Hi, I'm Conrad, and what I wanted to show you, this right here, is a GPU. I've taken a little covering off and it plugs right into your computer. You can see this little gold. That's where it goes. Looks pretty. Fans, when you plug it in, it lights up, it's beautiful. Does a lot of math, every second. And what's extra cool about GPUs is they get better every 12 to 18 months by something like 20 to 30%. And if you care about math, doing lots of math per second for whatever application it might be, whether you're rendering media, playing video games, mining cryptos, or training your AI models, 20 to 30% improvements every 12 to 18 months is a good deal. Anyway, what's extra cool about the GPU, in addition to the fact that they're getting better, is that when the new model comes out, the value of my existing model does not just drop to zero, right? Like, it's not like, it's like, oh, it's worth nothing, like, you know, throw it out, trash can. A GPU is not a Ferrari, which means I can sell my old model, right? I can sell what I've got this year, which is cool. That's really cool because I can use the proceeds from selling my current model this year to fund the upgrade of the new model so that I can stay at the cutting edge and lower the net cost of acquisition of like compute power for myself, right? So I get to do more math per second and it costs me fewer dollars because my current model still has a lot of value. And the reason it has a lot of value is because the GPU is effectively a productive asset, and what it produces is just math. So how it's valued on the open market just depends on how much math it can do per second, multiplied by the binary 1 or 0 of whether or not it works. There's no partial credit for the math, so just it works or it doesn't. I get my frames per second or I don't. The models get trained or they don't. I become a crypto millionaire or I don't yet. So the GPU does lots of math every second. Its value is based on how much math it does per second. And every year we get 20 to 30% performance improvements, which means people who care about performance upgrade, which means there's large incentives to sell their last year's model, which means we get a healthy aftermarket. And what's the other side of that market, right? The demand side? Well, the demand side is, okay, let's say I'm not gonna get a 1080 and then a 1080 Ti and then an 1180 and then an 1180. Like, I'm not gonna get the very best GPU every year because maybe I don't want to spend the $700 or whatever dollars initial investment. Okay, but maybe I'm gonna get a 1060 or 1070, right? I'm gonna come down a level or two. Well, I could buy a new 1070 or an aftermarket 1080, right? You can go up one level above where you could new by transacting on the aftermarket. And my favorite thing, the reason the GPU is my favorite component, they're so fucking easy to swap in and out. Everyone who's ever built their own computer knows this, so this is kind of redundant. It's probably anyone who's watching this. Let me show you. You slide it in, you tighten the screw so that it doesn't slide out. You're done. You're done, that's it. That's why the GPU is my favorite part of building a computer, of owning a computer, of a computer. It's like this little factory of math, this little powerhouse. There was one thing we were talking about, and I forget which finger it was, but the value of the GPU, right, is just based on how much math it does. I said that earlier. Multiplied by the binary 1 or 0, does it work or not? One of the issues with the GPU market right now is that the product is, I mean, it's the same size and weight as a brick. I don't know if you guys have heard about Amazon is now shipping bricks out to people. Amazon, fix your quality control issues, please. But with Amazon, when Amazon messes up, they take care of you mostly. I think Amazon has pretty good customer service. Like, I've never gone wrong with them. Big fan. eBay, not so much. I said the dirty word, but But yeah, so there's this big incentive to run scams and ship counterfeit, fake, not real GPUs that look real, that you've broken, that don't work. You know, you post photos online, it's not gonna tell you whether or not the thing will work when you plug it into a computer. I mean, if you hit it with a sledgehammer, then you'll know it won't work. But like, other than that, you won't know. And that creates a whole bunch of tension and stress for buyers and sellers, right? It's like both, like I don't want to sell my GPU to fund my upgrade and then have the other person claim that it was fraudulent for some reason and then deal with all that hassle. And so what happens, what ends up happening is that a lot of GPUs end up sitting on shelves, depreciating by the week. So I thought, why don't we do something about it? Let's say we have an aftermarket for GPUs, a marketplace where people can buy and sell GPUs at whatever price they're looking for, whatever price they want, and anything sold on the marketplace, because they're so easy to swap in and out, goes to the marketplace first for testing, where it's plugged into a computer. We run benchmarks on it. We see whether or not, you know, it performs within the normal expected range for that component over a reasonable benchmark stress test. And then we put it back in the box. We package it properly with like anti-static bubble wrap in like a nice premium branded box, right? You see where I'm going? That way, when you buy or sell your GPU every 12 to 18 months, it becomes easy, it becomes hassle-free, it becomes pain-free, it becomes not even an event you need to think or worry about. And that means when you think about what you're actually buying, which isn't this, you're not buying this. This is pretty, it's nice, it works, but you're not buying that. What you're buying is the math, right, per second. And when you upgrade every 12 to 18 months, when you buy your new math, you can use your old math and you can sell that on the marketplace, fund the new math, and get ultimately more performance at a lower net cost. So that's what we've started. Increased performance per dollar, buyer guarantees, no scams, trusted, proper shipping, proper product protection. That's Walrax. So yeah, let me know what you think. Love to hear feedback, comments, messages, slide in my DMs, and yeah, let's fix the marketplace for math.